Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello! And welcome to the Free Agent Combine here with NGS, the Nexus Gaming Series. Now, many of you may be wondering, Tetcher, how are you so handsome? But that's a question for another day. You may in fact be wondering instead, Tetcher, what is a Free Agent Combine? And I am here to answer these questions for you and many others. The Free Agent Combine are where substitutes, free agents, and all sorts of other mismatched people from America and beyond are all going to be playing mixed together. Everyone's just thrown in there into teams sorted by our wonderful moderators for NGS. And they are going to be playing for your attention, for your eyes, so that you and any teams who might be, any team captains who might be out there can try and scout them. Imagine college football, but if it had more lasers, and especially more guns and swords. So, that is the Free Agent Combine. I'm going to be covering the first 2 rounds today because I will be playing in the next 3 because I am actually looking for a team this season. Free agent, by the way. Feels good. You were wondering? Well, you've been informed anyway. Now you need wonder no longer and never. Feels good team. So, that is what the Free Agent Combine is. And once we have a lobby set up, we'll be jumping into that. But Team 6, ready for Team 5 and Tetcher. Yep, all good. I'm just waiting for someone to message me map choices when they are sorted. Scout me, says Turka. I get that. Oh, we have a lobby. Alrighty, well, I'll jump into that, but for the meantime, let me show you exactly what we're going to be doing here. This complicated-ass spreadsheet right here is the Free Agent Combine. This is where all of the teams are. This isn't even all of it. There's more than this. I don't know what division I'm going for. I'm filling in wherever I'm needed. As you can see, I'm on the 3rd column there. I'm casting the first 2, and there's actually another game underneath this. I will be playing on these first... I will be casting these first 2, then I'll be playing, you can see over on Slex's channel for the next 2, where I'll be playing on Team 8 and Team 8 both times, and then lastly I'll be playing on Jinxie Cat's channel for the very last game, where I'll be playing on Team 4 or 3, one of the 2, but it feels good. Alright, let me ask the teams what the map picks. I guess this is just first map choice, so I guess we know. I'll just let you know, instead of jumping to a map screen, that we are going to Infernal Shrines today as our first map. But what division I'm going for? I think B is probably the max I'd go for, considering that I don't have any real context. Feels good. Alright, so it looks like some players have not shown up, so luckily the Free Agent Combine is very popular, and we have a lot of substitutes who are ready to jump in, and they'll be able to jump in to get this game sorted. So, our first match is going to be Infernal Shrines. I'm pretty sure that was picked by 6 on the beach? No, wait. I think that was picked by 5 Alive. Also, once we jump onto the second series, I will be renaming the team, so if you have any 5 or 6 puns, save them until the first series is over, and I'll change the team names. So, map pick, Infernal, with, yeah, Team 2 picking first. So, let's show you the map screen for the sake of convenience, so that we know exactly what is going on here. As you can see, no bans in this at all. We are just jumping on to Infernal Shrines as our first map. This is a best of 1. Oh, hang on. I need to... Why is there just the number 1 up there? Oh. That's why. Fixed it. Alright. I was like, why is there just the number 1 on that screen? Feels good. It does. Thank you for the follows, by the way. We had quite a few follows before we started here. We had, right as the stream started, Durka Down, thank you for your follow. We have The Gallows is God. If you mean Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Gallows, then I 100% agree. It's a Traxx for the follow as well. And just there, we had, oh, this one's going to be butchered. We had Zaraster. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. As we jump back to my face, I've also added a 9 accidentally into the rounds because I was changing scenes. Oops. Oops. I fixed it though, so you don't get to see it again. Feels good. And Root Beer Guy. I'm more of a beer guy myself, but I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much for following and jumping in for us. So, waiting for the rest of the players to file their way in. Oh, Root Beer Guy, you're in this game. Nice. Let's actually have a look at the teams we're going to be casting here. We've already showed this once, but let's actually have a look at the players and teams we will be casting by scrolling down to the actual browser source. Oh, this is where it gets complicated every time. All right. select, interact, zoom. There we go. And scroll, 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 scroll. Tetcher. Alrighty, so this is where we're going to be starting, everyone. As you can see, Team 5 currently, unless we have some substitutes, consists of Blank, Hunter X, aka Silvara, Rootbeer Guy, Trax X, who I guess you're in this game as well, nice, and Tiger, rare indeed. Or what is it? I can't remember what it was. It was from a Tumblr compilation where it's just in the gruffest voice possible. It's raw XD time. Which I hate with a passion. We also have Gola on Team 6, Mythic. Oh, that's a name to pronounce. Aortic Arch, I assume. It could also be Arc. For some reason, that CH can be pronounced as a hard or a soft C for some reason. We have Snow Glare, and we have Ogle the Great. And that team has showed up in full force. Everyone is actually here, although one of them is apparently now named Tracer. I have Gola, I have Snow Glare, so I believe it is Aortic. Yes, it's Aortic Arch, who is Tracer in-game for the sake of convenience. Alright, do I have any messages about substitutes? Because Team 5 needs 20. There's 4 people in the lobby. There's 4 people in the voice chat, but only 3 people in game. So we are just delaying, unfortunately. And once again, I'll be playing later. I will not be streaming it because I'm going to want to be focusing on the game as much as possible. So I will be focusing on, I will be jumping off on that, but let me scroll down so that you can, let me interact with this again so that I can show you exactly what games I will be playing in and what will be going on. I probably won't be raiding Slexia first because I'll either be raiding Moist Venus, who's after me, or Jinxie because I'm on her last, so people get the next game. But as you can see, oh, that's too far, okay, fixed it. Okay, so I'm going to be playing on Slexia's stream, where I will be playing as a healer on Team 8 to start with. Then I will be playing on Team 8 again, but I'll be playing as a solo lane. Basically, I've asked to play everything that isn't tank, because tank is my least favorite role. So I'll be playing solo lane, once again, on Slexia's channel. And then I'll be diving all the way across here to Jinxie Cat's channel for the last game of the day, where I will be playing Ranged Assassin for Team 3. So that's where I will be. I'll be on those channels, so I will be raiding over to Jinxie Cat on Moist Venus, who'll be taking over when I disappear, because Venus is amazing. Gotta love the Venus. So, that's what's happening today. Once again, we're starting off up here, though. I realize I'm gesticating with a mouse that you guys cannot see. Let me just center that for you. There we go. That makes it clearer. We're starting off over here with Team 5 versus Team 6. Sounds good. The name Team 6 is just here. So we have suggested role, and then some of them just have suggested role or Team 6 or Team 4 for some reason. PowerPoints are hard, friends. PowerPoints are hard. Alrighty. Oh, we're getting players in. We're getting players in. The lobby is slowly filling. We're going to be good to go very shortly. We'll jump back to my face. So, once again, after round 1, I will be asking for more puns based on teams 5 and 6, so keep your puns coming once the first series ends. This is not a best of anything, this is just simply a 2-game series. So no matter what, there is no winner here. This is all about finding teams who are finding players for teams, and maybe these players will group together and create a composition of their own. It is an Excel sheet. What did I say? Did I say wrong? I said PowerPoint, didn't I? That sounds right. That sounds right. That sounds like something I'd do. That's probably what happened. Alrighty, so we have Traxx in the game. We have K-Wolf, Root Big Guy, Hunter X. And we're waiting for one more player. So again, we might need a substitute, but we will have hopefully enough players to run in. My eyebrows are growing back in very well. Feels good. My beard's growing in significantly faster. I shaved that almost all the way down, and that's already back. Fluffy-ass boy that I am. Alrighty, we need one more player. Oh, I got refereed. Nice. I can actually see what the players say in game and actually type to them. Feels good. I can meme at them. Alright, come on, team. Come on. Get us in the game. There's no DMs at me. I'm just checking all the Discord, making sure we have everything sorted. That's Stormcast. That's not what I want. Oh, there's people memeing each other. That's all that's going on there, so nothing actually important. Alrighty. Hopefully, I'm just going to check the voice room, see if we have a 5th player. There is a 5th player. It's Linehouse. Okay. Is Linehouse subbing in here? Yes, it is. Alright, so Linehouse is coming in for the sub. Feels good. Storm Division caster Linehouse coming in. Feels good, team. While we're waiting for Linehouse to jump in here so that we have our 5th player, so that our 10th player, I guess, so that we can jump in. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the show, may I request that you consider following the stream if you're not already, or even, if you're feeling very generous, dropping a subscription. I was going to say a substitution there. Dropping a subscription so that you can support the stream and support me so that I can keep casting, especially during these very tough times where there's no offline work at all. I've had events that I was going to possibly get lined up before all this happened, and everything just died the death. So I have not been able to do much work since I have been here, but substitutions, donations using the link below, bits, all very appreciated. Buy my merch. I've got some really cool shirts in the merch links below. And if you check out below the stream as well, there are links to the Humble Store, where if you go there and use my affiliate link, you'll just see at the top of the page, anything that has the question mark partner Tetcher on it, then as long as you use those, hang on, let me know, caster R. Oh, I'm typing in the wrong area. Caster R. Okay. Alrighty, but anything you buy using my partner link, I get a little bit of a kickback. As long as there's a partner link, a partner thing in the link, then I get a kickback. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and a lot of the times it's going to be cheaper than Steam or Uplay or EA thing, Origin, whatever it's called. As long as you get it through there and through my partner link, then I get a bit of a kickback. And if you get a Humble Bundle, which can be books, games, software, comics, so many things. Check out what's on there at the moment. If you do that, then you can choose how much goes to the developers, how much goes to me, how much goes to charity, very importantly, and how much goes to the Humble Bundle. So you can choose exactly how generous you want to be and to whom. It's a really good system, and I very much like it. I'm very proud to be a Humble partner. We have a draft, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get in here and get this underway. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in, and 6 on the beach is going to be first pick and first ban. Let's get this rolling. Let's see what we go. So once again, these are teams that are completely made up of people who have signed up for the Free Agent Combine. They did not choose their teammates. This was chosen by the admins. They've all got to get to know each other, make friends, and get ready to cause some chaos. Let's go. And with only about a week left until Season 10 starts, we may see a lot of teams. This is, in fact, the biggest Free Agent Combine of all time, or at least up to now. And we're in a situation where we're going to see TAS banned out. There are 65 people, excluding subs, signed up for this Free Agent Combine. There's a lot of teams. As 5 Alive are going to ban out the Cassia. TAS and Cass banned out pretty quickly here. Both very strong, even with nerfs. Very sensible removals here. 6 on the beach. What are we going to see as their second ban here? It's Infernal Shrines, so we might see someone like a Sonya or a Yorel banned out. These could be quite high priority. We're going to see the Mei, still very strong. Not so much due to a huge amount of hard engage, but she does still have that, and Avalanche is still banned, by the way. What we do have, that's a draft all. With the Mei banned out, what she does offer especially well is zoning potential. That Blizzard, when you see it get cast as an observer, it doesn't seem to last that long, but when you're a player, it cuts off an area for bloody ages. These are best of nothing, Ouija. These are simply 2-game series. 2-game series, so there is no winner unless, of course, someone wins 2-0. This is simply for people to scout new players. So, ETC. Going to be the first pickup here for 6 on the beach. Johanna is still available. She is the go-to counter for ETC, and if not, Garrosh could also fill that role pretty reasonably. And Diablo is very strong at the moment. In fact, he is being discussed by our players right now, as you can see on screen. But, however, highest priority in North America at the moment, and also, by the looks of it, in Korea, if Team Alexander's a defeat to go by, Deckard Kane gonna be the high priority here, and they do still get the Johanna, though. Johanna plus Deckard, very cool combo. Group people together, drop the Ruby, maximum damage output, and massive healing for Johanna, keeping her very safe. Now then, where do we go for 6 on the beach? They now have priority on Assassins, and also on the off lane. They have lots of flexibility. They go double Assassin right off the bat. We have Orphea and Greymane coming in here. 2 of the highest damage dealers with Kael'thas banned out. They just go all in on sheer burst potential. Orphea, of course, the dueling mage. Greymane, the burst melee / ranged assassin. Very cool to see those come in. Both great mosh pit follow-ups as well. Greymane just great follow-up on ETC in general because he can blow up individual targets. Anna's a very sensible ban. Anna plus Orphea is a very deadly combination. So seeing that as a ban is very sensible here. And 6 on the beach. Deckard and Johanna already on the board. with Grayman and Orphea already picked up. Jaina, I think, would be a very sensible ban here, removing the AoE. Reyna would also be quite solid. They're going to ban out solo laners. Imperius is going to be the ban here, which is interesting, because Five Alive now get first pick on the offlaners, which would most likely be Yrel or Leoric or Sonya, if I had to guess. Blaze could also fit in here. The Johanna Blaze combo is still good. There's that Jada and there's that Reyna, as we expected here in terms of assassins, both incredibly strong and reasonable on the objective, especially Reyna if he goes for Exterminator. But, of course, Ace in the Hole is still very reasonable these days. 6 on the beach. Excuse me. They now have priority on offlane. Even though they banned an offlane, Five Alive did not bite. And they've allowed offlane priority to go over to 6 on the beach. So yeah, Yrel, Leoric, Sonya, these would be the high priorities here. There's Lucio as their support, and they bring out the Blaze. Now, Blaze isn't so much the best pick for their team. It's still solid, but it is the best denial for Five Alive. Blaze Johanna is a fantastic combo and sets up for Jaina very, very well. So picking up that Blaze is more of a denial for the enemy team than a higher priority pick, I'd say, because on their team, I think Yrel might have been the best pickup for them. And here we have the counter coming in. Leoric more slows for Reyna, which I think should probably go Ace in the Hole due to just the amount of slows his team has. And Leoric is going to have a reasonable lane into Blaze as long as he plays around those Incinerator Gauntlets that have become the meta talent. And of course, he's a little more resilient to Greymane blow-up style potential due to the fact that if he dies, he comes back. So, these are our drafts. 5 Alive, aka Team 5, and 6 on the beach will be our teams. And we're going to be preparing to head into game number 1 very shortly. Again, these are best of 2 series, so we could have a draw, we could have a 2-0, but this is all about scouting. So look at individual players. If you're team captains out there, welcome. Let's see if we can find you some new players. Again, I'm looking for a team myself. We'll see what happens, because I decided that Storm League sucks, and I want to do something different. Feels good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are loading into Infernal Shrines. If you enjoy the show and enjoy the cast, consider throwing some dollars at your streamer so that we can get it going. And also, as a reminder, I have been casting Storm Division, and I will be casting the Storm Division qualifier tomorrow. The only day one that I will be casting tomorrow on this channel. And if you want to support the Storm Division, then you can, of course, once again, support the streamers, donations, subs, bits, or you can go and check out the Matcherito, like !Matcherito in chat to support Storm Division directly, or check out the NGS Patreon, where you can support the volunteers that run NGS. Let's load into the game, ladies and gentlemen, and get this underway. Spawning on the left-hand side. Oh, I have this up. Control-Alt-F. There we go. Killed it. Spawning on the left-hand side is going to be 5 Alive. Playing K-Wolf on the Jaina. Linehouse on the Johanna. Hunter X on the Deckard Cain. Root Beer Guy on the Reyna. And we have the Leoric being played by Traxx. Whereas, on the right-hand side is going to be 6 on the beach, okay, Team 6, with Mythic Frog playing the Lucio. Ogle the Great going to be playing the Orphea. Sorry about the jerky camera. Tracer going to be playing on the Blaze. Snowglare on the Greymane, and that leaves Gola playing on the ETC. Thank you for the bits, friend. Many bits, many ones. Thank you for the bits. Always appreciated. Every bit helps. Unintended. A little bit of harassment coming in as we have a look at the level 1 talents as we begin this game. Getting everything running as I realize the volume is too high. Fixed it. There we go. So we do, in fact, have Ace in the Hole. Good to see. That would have been a lot of pressure if they'd gone for Exterminator. But Ace in the Hole with this many slows. Linehouse needs some slows. He's focused down, but the Scroll of Sealing will allow Linehouse to get out there, as well as the healing from Hunter X. So they will keep everyone alive. Top lane going to be cleaned out Zona Run. I wish I could recruit Tetcher, but we play too late. Yeah, it's definitely an East team I'm looking for due to the fact I'm from the UK. Root Beer Guy survives the charge from Gola, unable to get in range of the face melt to set up for the kill. He's gone for Block Party, by the way, as he is against the Reyna, as Mercenary Camp is started for Snowglare. Picking that up at the start. See Fingers of Frost, and it's going to be a Scroll of Identify coming in for Deckard here. Linehouse has once again found himself quite far up here, but because he's Johanna, he's able to get the experience and, more importantly, get out alive. That is the power of Johanna. He knows his limits. He's playing around it. We have Party Mix coming in. We have Ancestral Strength, a little bit of extra damage, her own version of Ace in the Hole, basically. And Leoric, by the way, has gone for Consume Vitality. Maximum wave clear potential here, best on the objective. The cooldown reduction is the main part of this, 2 seconds down. And he's against basically 3 melee with Greymane on the board, so it's going to give him a little bit of extra healing as well, as level 4 is just around the corner. Linehouse going to try and hold. Great route from the Scroller. That's enough for the steal there. Value coming in from Hunter X. Scroll of Identify and Scroll of Sealing. Able to lock that down as level 4 is hit for them slightly earlier. But go 6 on the beach. Going to be able to pick up level 4 just a little bit after. Neo Peasants, of course. We are playing on Infernal Shrines. Neo Peasants is the go-to talent on this map. It would be very weird to not take it. So makes very much sense to pick it up. Wolf grabbing that, no trouble at all. And we have the Incinerator Gauntlets, the go-to talent these days. It allows Tracer, or that Blaze basically, to outlane almost anyone. We're seeing the Subwoofer coming in for the Lucio. And we're seeing the Frost Shards. Machine Gun Jaina build coming in. Tracer going for a little bit of a duel, but it's Leoric. Percentage damage is pretty good. He should not fight during the meltdown. Should avoid that, but he steals the globe, and that's what he was really here for. There's the Drain Hope. Tracer will 100% lose this. He's going to have to dash away. That was not an efficient trade. Traxx already knowing his limits versus this Blaze. It will get better later on for Blaze, but he needs to play around this better. So we do see the pickup on the Mercenary camp. Bruiser camp going to be moving into the top lane. Mercenary objective is started. Currently just about even. Slight advantage for 5 alive. Linehouse, a little bit low this time, but there's potions. Ruby, Value hitting multiple members. He's already healed back up to full. Here comes the root from the Scroll of Sealing. Scroll of Identify up to 4 stacks now as they will begin to duel. Tracer looking for his angle. He's got an Incinerator Gauntlet, so the extra radius on the attack, so he's continuing to do as much damage as he can. Linehouse really trying to zone here, holding as best he can, but the roots from Hunter X are so good right now in holding everyone away. Linehouse zoning. This should be an objective over to 5 alive, unless we see a really hard engage coming in from 6 on the beach, which they do move in, looking for Linehouse right now. There's the stun. Ruby drops into the back line to try and keep Linehouse alive, who will just move back in. That's the zone. That will guarantee the objective, and maybe the kill onto Gola, but Face Melt will shut that down. Objective will be taken by 5 alive. Massive zoning potential with Johanna and Deckard Cain, and they take the most of it. However, this Mercenary camp was pushing in the top lane, but it's only just reached the wall. That's actually not terrible for 5 alive. They will be able to zone this and clean this up with that Neo Peasants very effectively, as the Punisher only now being pulled over with no wall left to speak of. This means that if the Punisher lands another stun or a root, this is a Frost Punisher, they can now capitalize as you see the 4 get negated here. Linehouse has to drop the Iron Skin. And this will be the 4 going down. Frost Punisher really gaining value here. Going to zone everyone out. Going to force Gola to back away. And that is first Punisher and first fort of the game. Going over to 5 alive, putting on the pressure right now. Really capitalizing, really playing very, very well at the start of this series. Linehouse gonna zone. Let's have a look at these talents at level 7. Hammer on for ETC, Big Burst. Crossfire coming in for the Blaze. Maximum damage output here for burst potential. Gives him a better duel here. Very sensible Quicksilver Bullets coming in from the Greymane, so that he can stay at a distance until he really needs to engage. Everything else pretty normal. Canonized Cube is the more usual talent here. It is kind of surprising that we don't see the Field Study, but Scroll of Identify is still a good talent, still gets decent damage. And once we get to Scroll of Stone Curse, that's where the damage output for Deckard is going to be insane. Johanna with the Eternal Retaliation here. No speed bonus, because this isn't just heroes, it's every enemy hit. Meaning that cooldown reduction is going to be insane on the objective, and this is what's allowing him to put on so much pressure. Very sensible. Cable, fantastic wave clear, but doing a good job. Him and Root Beer Guy have been zoning very well together. Him or her, I don't actually know. They. Gola, very far forward. Could try and hard engage here. Could try and make a play. Nothing as of yet. They're pushing into a lane with no fort. They're trying to weaken tier 2s. Next objective will be in bot lane, and currently there is very little pressure being applied here. This is just because Mercs are here. Level 10, a little bit earlier for 5 alive. They can try and make a play here. They do move forward. Are we going to see it? There it is. Blast Shield comes out. Level 10 right around the corner. Rigger Frost hits no one. Gola dodges it. And the beautiful power slide to get out of there. Now Opal, though, is in a little bit of trouble. Ogle the Great trying to hold it, trying to stay alive. Dances around the fight, though. Lucio, Mythic Frog, really doing the best to keep Ogle alive. And Ogle does survive. Here comes the crush, but it's enough to finish off Lighthouse, but not enough to actually catch anyone. As they look for Leoric, who is Wraith walking away. Tracer from the side, looking to lock everyone down to try and set up for the rest of the team. And Tomb comes out, not going to do anything here. Orphea ports back to base as they look for Cable. They've already got Leoric, and that's going to be a 3-0. Great turnaround there. Fantastic dodge away coming in from Gola after the early level 10 engage. And Ogre the Great not landing the crushing jaws, but stayed alive through that fight, was able to do the damage output. So the team makes their way in and is going to steal away the Bruiser Cam. Traxx will respawn, but he cannot contest this. Linehouse is here, but Decken is too far away. Raider is too far away. They're going to have to let this go. Traxx here to zone. Linehouse is here as well. And they're going to begin working on the camp as it is abandoned. You can see heroics-wise, Mosh Pit is here, but it was yet to be used, still available. We're sort of crushing jaws. We've basically seen all the heroics except for Hyperion at this point, and I believe Sound Barrier and Bunker haven't been popped yet. So, next objective. Down here in the bot lane, level 13, about a level away for 6 on the beach. Let's see who's going to get the positioning here. Is anyone going to extend out for the moment? For now, K-Wolf and Root Beer Guy going for a wrap around here, looking for their angle. Looking for their chance to engage. Here comes Snowglare, last of the fight. Rigger Frost lands on Lucio. He sound barriers, but it's not enough. But he gives his team a little bit of sustain here as the bunker comes out. Not in time once again as K-Wolf is getting bullied by Ogle the Great. Good pressure onto the ETC with the Root. He can't get in the bunker. And the end two onto Snowglare. This fight is very much going in the favor of 5 alive as they look to turn it round. There are already 4 alive, but Snowglare is focused down. He rolls for freedom with the disengage. He will get out of the way of Traxx, who is very far forward. Takes a lot of damage here. The Drain Hope, though, keeps him alive. Hunter is currently tanking the Shrine minions, but he will survive. Very nicely done. They hold it together. Globes acquired. It's going to top him up enough to push with this, as level 13 is just hit for 6 on the beach. We're going to be seeing Abyssal Symbiosis and Insatiable combined together. Maximum damage output and a little bit of shield, some protection there. Mic check for ETC. Very standard. All together for Lucio, extra movement speed and reverse ham. There's a lot of chase potential here. Make their way forward. 2-man stun by the Punisher. Blessed Shield came out. And it's going to be Lucio, who is popped here in Linehouse. He's tanking the fort right now. Crushing Jaws doesn't land. Linehouse, he's still tanking it with minus 20 armor. Punisher goes down, but Linehouse has 0 chill. Huge amount of damage coming in. He will die this time. Bit of what he could do. The fort did not go down in time to keep him alive. But he does survive. They make their way in. And yes, Sasha, this is a mix of people who don't have teams. So or captains who are scouting for new players. This is the Free Agent Combine, where free agents combine together, well, to see if they can find themselves a team for Season 10. Camps grabbed, Leoric's cleaned out top lane. Team 5 alive right now in a very strong position. Definitely holding their lead here. As they begin to burn through another mercenary. Right now, the tier 2 is pretty healthy on the side of 6 on the beach. So they're not in the worst position. Mid lane, definitely looking the worst. Top lane, definitely the healthiest. Tracer, although he has been losing lane pretty consistently to Traxx, he is holding his lane well enough. And that's about all you can really ask from a Blaze into a Leoric. As they're going to try and pick off Traxx here. They don't land the slow, and that's not going to be enough to chase him down any further. They could have maybe burned Crushing Jaws for the kill there if they had. But with the slow not landing, they have to let it go. Mercenary Camp continues to pressure in the bot lane. We see super healing potions coming in for Deckard Cain. A little bit of extra sustain here. There's the paint in red. Massive sustain output for the Reyna. Really going to help keep him alive here. Northern exposure. Armor reduction on Jaina. I like it a lot. Really puts them in this. Crushing Hope. And Unyielding Despair. This is the anti-Blaze build here. Coming in for Leoric with the Hopelessness coming in for the extra range. He really just wants to bully Tracer out of lane here. And has been doing a good job because the tier 2's getting bullied. Next objective is going to be a mid lane. Top lane has been completely ditched by the objective. They just don't care. And they're going to try and pressure this. They are, however, out of this. Linehouse is once again just going to tank the 4, not caring. He burns the Iron Skin this time and gets out. He has fanaticism to give himself that extra movement speed. Sleep has to be burned because Root Beer Guy pulled into the Crushing Jaws. Ring of Frost lands onto Orphea, who is absolutely bodied. The bunker is down. Blaze needs to get out that bunker before it dies. He's going to be picked off here. He's completely trapped. Mythic Frog, Hyperion, it doesn't land on him. Slowglare goes down. Gola goes down. Will Tracer get out here? Sound Barrier, no, for the turnaround comes out, keeps them alive. It's a 2 for 2 as Tracer and Leo are picked off as well. Stun underneath the 4. Beautifully done by Gola for the turnaround as Root Beer Guy looks for the follow and will be punished in the exact same way. There's the pickup. No, actually, healing potions, superior healing potions, keeping him alive as Root Beer, Pain of Red, knocks back Mythic Frog, and they're going to back away. Great sustain there. So we saw a tiny bit of a misplay coming in here with the bunker coming down, and then 2 people getting in the bunker. Once the bunker is in that position, if you get out of it, you will be put on the other side of the entomb wall. But in this case, they stayed in it, and they decided just to group and make the most of Lucio's healing and sound barrier and look for the turnaround. And it did work out. They picked off another 2 kills in the meantime, but it was a very risky play. So I say a misplay, it's just a risky play. It's a debatable misplay depending on how they wanted to play the game. The turnaround worked out in their favor, and that turnaround would have been much harder if they hadn't done that. So there's definitely a positive to that play. So they begin to clear this up. First Punisher for 6 on the beach have been able to claim. However, we do see Tracer not going to be able to push with this because top lane is dying. Traxx just going to kind of ignore Tracer and just clear minions. And with that, there's no way Tracer can hold this. Traxx can literally just walk up to it and bop it to death. That will go down. Punisher pushing in the mid lane, clearing that out. It's a Mortar Punisher, so solid damage output here. Curse Bullet, burn onto Hunter X. He just chills, burns some rubies. He's going to stay a while. Looks like it's Pattern running past the Punisher here for the setup, but the Hyperion just wakes everyone up. They use that time, though, to clear out the Punisher, so they will survive this, and everyone will disengage. Leo has backed away as he's already pushed the objective, the Mercenary Cap, as far as he can, and doesn't need to die. So he will back away. Alrighty then. Mercenaries being cleaned up. 6 on the beach. They got a little bit of momentum back. Sorry about that. Loaded up my own stream accidentally. So, Mercenary Camp's being picked up. Leo, porting back. He was trying to split soak. Doesn't want to get himself caught out of position, though. So he'll just port back to base. Siege Camp being taken out. Nice and easy. No trouble at all there for 6 on the bit for 5 alive. 6 on the beach right now in a defensive position. Bruiser Camp. Puts a little bit of pressure on. Nothing too high for the moment. So the lane's just going to be eaten alive right now. Everyone's doing what they can. But the wave clear for both these teams is absolutely insane. Makes actually pushing lanes very difficult. This Bruiser Camp going to be cleaned out with no trouble at all as level 20 is on the way for 5 alive. Looking for their opportunity. ETC hovering around, looking for his angle. Power slide. No, it doesn't find anything. Blind comes out, and that's going to be enough for Linehouse to back away. With that hold your ground fanaticism, he just backs out. Traxx is outie. No chance of getting picked out here. Just going to back away. So we do see top lane again pushing out. This is looking good for the moment. 5 alive. Gonna hit level 20 first, but 6 on the beach are playing this very safe. However, 20 is on the board, and they are not grouped. They are not grouped, and they're very far up. Gola sees Hunter X, but he's falling into Lighthouse's trap, and there's the Cursed Bullet. Marsh Pit, Crushing Jaws, and that is gonna be Hunter X absolutely deleted, but that's buried alive. It's an easy double kill for Traxx as they look for Gola here. Hyperion sets that up and finishes that off. And with Hunter X's bait, that is going to be a 1 for 3 in favor of 5 alive. The fact he was bait, I don't think was intentional, but Linehouse turning that round for the setup there. 6 on the beach looked for their chance, and they took it, picking up the kill, but it's not enough, as right now bot lane is going to get pushed in. This is also where the next Punisher will be, so once these minions are dead... Oh, Ogle doing some good damage here, kiting, nice. Once these minions are dead, the Punisher will be able to come in and try and set this up for a keep play. First keep of the game. Aggro onto Root Beer Guy, who is forced to back away. They've opened up the keep and done a tiny bit of damage, but they can't really push any further with no minions, so they'll make their way to the objective, as level 20 is now on the board for 6 on the beach. Engulfing Oblivion. 25 armor reduction. And the 5-second takedown cooldown reduction. It's a 70-second cooldown. And remember, it's it's takedowns, not just friendlies. Similar to the Nidus Worm in that. It's similar to Devouring Maw in that way. House Party. Lucio, 8% extra healing, always decent. Burn Notice for Blaze. And Hunter's Blunderbuss coming in for the Greymane. Power Slide onto Linehouse. Going to try and finish him off before he can Iron Skin. Curse Bullet comes out. Iron Skin has to be used, but Anderson's going to try and get him out of there. Objective is taken. Sleep setting up for the Ring of Frost. That is going to be Ogle trapped in the Blizzard. Picked off here. The bunker buys time, but it's nowhere near enough. Gola retreats. Moshpit in 17 seconds, but they now have to defend this with 3 members. They have no damage left. Tracer is the only damage they have now with that Burn Notice and those Incinerator Gauntlets. Tracer now has to be the one to follow up on Moshpit because there's 45 seconds left until Orphea. There's the Root with Scroll of Stone Curse. That is Tracer getting deleted here with just Gola left. That is going to be game over. Game number 1 goes over to 5 alive as they will push into the core. They even get the Root on ETC at the end. Punisher is at full health. ETC cannot defend this. Stunned out by the Punisher. He's going to try and get a mosh pit to buy some time, but they literally walk around him. He's burned down his own core. Death Metal to delay, but it's not enough. And 5 alive. Going to pick up game number 1. Nicely done, 5 alive. Picking up the first game in this series. Again, this is just a best of 2. There is no definitive winner here. This is all for points, as we see the setups here. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed by both teams. There was some really solid play there. They really put themselves. I really liked Mythic Frog. Definitely a big shout out to Mythic Frog there. I think that was some beautiful support work. Hunter X, fantastic zoning potential. Those rings from K-Wolf were on point. Leoric just played his game perfectly. He did his own thing, came down for the objectives, just played a really solid game of Heroes of the Storm. Just very proud, very happy. Nicely done. Excuse me, I'm dying, apparently. Very nicely done coming in there. In this game number 1, here are some of the talents for those who would like to see them. I love that Burn Notice. It's really starting to become the go-to talent. The Death Mosh was smart. It was very smart. They have been seeing some good burst turnarounds. And as such, picking up that Death Metal is very sensible, but it did not work out in the end. Raynor, of course, went with Execute because that talent is really, really good. So very sensible. Very sensible indeed. Alrighty. That was game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look exactly at what's going on today. Once again, we are doing the Free Agent Combine. We already have a lobby, and ooh, interesting map choice. I'll jump to that for us in but a moment. Alrighty, so once again, this is the Free Agent Combine that we are doing here. I'll be casting this series and the next one, where the teams will change. As you can see here, we do still have Blank and Ogle and Hunter still in this team, but we're having some replacements there with Ender and Dark Knight, whereas on the other side we'll still have Golol, we will have Mythic, but we will also see Gogsnam, Ghost Genie and Silver Jackal, so it'll be swapped around a little bit, so that will be fun. But we're going to break after this game, especially as I'm wanting you guys to suggest me new names after this series. For now, though, once again, I'll be casting these 2 games, and then I'll be playing on Celexia's channel for the next 2 games, and then finishing off the day on Jixie Cat's channel for the last game of the day. But I am playing in this Combine, but I'm casting the first 2 games for you here today. So that's what we have. Let's have a look at where we're going to map-wise. Map-wise, we're going to be heading to, as you can see here, Brax's Holdout. This was the choice of Team 2, 6 on the beach. I guess that's Team 6. And they're setting us up for a fun game. There's a fly in here. Where's my fly swat? It's not in here, is it? I moved to the other room. Son of a... Hang on. Is it? Is there a fly swat in here? Yes, yes there is. Alright, come back over here. I dare you, fucker. See if it makes its way back over, because it will suffer if it makes its way back in. So, teams making their way in. Alright, it looks like someone has not made their way in. Yeah, their tank is a no-show. They're 5 alive, their tank is a no-show. They are having a sub. Linehouse was a sub last time. We'll see if he subs again. But they are confirming a they are confirming a sub to make sure everything is sorted. Excuse me. We'll be able to get everything rolling on to game number 2. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, while we're chilling, get fly, get up with the clamps! Where is it? It doesn't appear to be here at the moment, so I'll leave it alone for now. But if you're enjoying the show, once again, I am Tetcher, your caster for today. And if you are enjoying the show, then maybe consider a follow so that I can see exactly what you guys can see exactly when I go live. I was going to say so I can see exactly when you go live, but that's not how follows work, and it's also creepy. So, once again, drop a follow so you can see exactly when I go live with casting and other stuff. I actually have a brand deal coming up on the it's 22nd or 28th. I've been given 2 different times. I'm going to have to double check on that. But either way, there should be some really fun stuff coming up there where I'm going to try and break some world records and also try and do some fun stuff. Any suggestions for that? Always welcome. Send it to me on Twitter. And of course, if you are enjoying the show, then maybe consider dropping a subscription where you can support me on a month-to-month basis, or just a one-off with your Twitch Prime. It doesn't cost you anything extra to support me, and it would be very appreciated. And if you are interested, though, be like bashing Yetis and drop some bits. Currently up to 18 bits for the day. Any bits, any subscriptions, very appreciated. And, of course, donations are available in the link below as well, if you don't want to give Twitch, like, 25% of the money you were planning on giving me. Feels good. There is also there is also my merch store linked below. Nice to see you again. Thank you, Thank you, Nanya. Very appreciated for you to pop in by. Hopefully see you soon. I'll let them know. Caster Pirate. Yep, everyone's ready. We'll be heading into the draft very shortly. But I have a beautiful merch store below with some wonderful merchandise that you could purchase to support me as well. That is the minimum income for me. Like, I literally set them to the minimum possible price I could on Streamlabs and then added $1 so I get something out of it. But any merchandise you buy is very appreciated. And, of course, check out my Humble partner links, where if you buy anything on Humble Bundle or Humble Store, as long as it has my affiliate link next to it, then I get a little bit of a kickback. Costs you nothing extra to buy games, software, books, comics, so many things. Costs you nothing extra than you would on Steam, and a lot of times it's way cheaper, especially with the bundles. But you can also support me, and in some cases, support charity. As 5 Alive, gonna ban out the Tassadar. Gonna ban out the Rexar here. This is Alterac, so it makes a lot of sense. Alterac is a very good Rexar map. So yeah, very, very sensible map to take out the pool here. Now then, 5 Alive. Second ban. Cassia is still available here, but they are first pick. They could try and force 6 on the beach to ban out the Cassia. Nope, they're just going to remove it. Don't want to deal with it themselves, so they take it out the pool here. Choosing to try and play around, choosing not to try and play around it, just have an easier time. There's the May. I like so much Tetcher was the good vibes that you have. Thank you, bud. And I was one of the HGC casters. It's amazing, dude, that you continue to do this. Thank you very much. NGS? What's NGS? NGS, the Nexus Gaming Series. It's an amateur league available in North America. Some of the highest level of play you will see in America right now. They are currently, in fact, in the means of setting up the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division, which is a professional league that is currently up to a $1,000 prize pool. Exclamation mark Macherito for more details and to contribute to the prize pool. But it's a fun league. I'm aiming to play in it next season, and it should be fun. We see ETC with Jason gonna be our fill tank for this game, but this does mean Diablo is going to make his way in. Little Green Man, thank you for the follow, friend. So, Gul'dan on the board. Gul'dan some good objective pressure here. Clears out the minions, clears out the objective especially. Stukov and Mephisto. They really want to punish that Gul'dan. Mephisto's one of the few heroes who can get to there. Stukov, great zoning potential for the objective. ETC, Mephisto, and Stukov. It's going to be very, very hard for 6 on the beach to actually make their way onto the objective. So they're going to have to be careful. I can see the fly, but it's over at the other end of the room. Yeah, similar to Heroes Lounge. Heroes Lounge is bigger in EU, and NGS is bigger in US. Sacha, thank you very much for the follow. Imperius has been removed. Get that boy out of here. Imperius taken out of the picture. That would have been really good pressure and focus. Bashing Yetis, thank you very much for the subscription. Tier 1 subscribe. Thank you very much for your supporting the channel and keeping me in food. Because I like food. It keeps me alive. It's a horrible addiction, a terrible habit, food and shelter, but it's something that I don't plan on kicking anytime soon. Thank you very much, Bashing Yetis. 6 on the beach. Next. 2 picks. Second damage dealer off lane and healer, but with variations on the fact that they could pick a more support-like hero instead of a second damage dealer to fill in, or even go triple frontline. Matt407. Thank you very much for your follows. Brightwing. Brightwing Greymane Diablo is an incredible single-target blow-up composition where your objective is just to lock someone down forever. It's also more interrupts for ETC, and more importantly, Brightwing is a global hero, meaning that she puts massive pressure onto the top lane, meaning that it's very hard to actually win the top lane on this map, because Brightwing, if she takes a cooldown reduction at level 1, which she should, is going to be up there a lot, as this map is basically nothing but laning. Sonya going to be coming in as the off-laner, though. Priority 4-5 alive. Rad Dad TV, great name. Thank you very much for the follow. 6 on the beach. Follows. Thank you for everyone for giving me them. What's the last pick? Off lane, it's Varian. That is interesting. Varian coming in here. Anti-heals later levels, but early levels is going to have a little bit of trouble playing around Sonya. Unless this is going to be a bamboozle, we're going to see Greymane or Gul'dan top lane and Varian make his way down bot lane. But Varian, long term, will beat Sonya. Early game is going to have a lot of trouble. But with Brightwing on the board, they may be able to play around this, making the most of that global potential to really make a good play coming in here. The value is there. I have been informed that Root Beer Guy is a top-level Mephisto, so we're going to keep an eye on him. Got it. Gross. Ew. But I got it. Killed. It wasn't a fly, but it was a mosquito, which is even better. Feels good. Alrighty. I heard Ogle has a wonderful collection of marbles. Thanks, Broom Boy. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be loading into game number 2. This is the final game of this series, then we'll have one more series after this. So prepare your 5 and 6 based pun names for the teams to come after this, and give them to me after this series. So, looks like we're getting into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this rolling, as on the left-hand side, it is going to be 5 alive. Look, if they don't know what they have to do, be on Ogle duty when you have to be on Ogle, it's not their fault. He didn't give them the proper paperwork. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side, it is 5 alive, currently 1-0 up. It is going to be Hunter X on the Stukov, Jason on the ETC, Root Beer Guy on Mephisto, K-Wolf 55 on the Sylvanas, and it's going to be Sonya, Traxx in the top lane. Whereas on the right-hand side is Team 6, 6 on the beach, with Tracer playing Varian. That is a great coincidence there. And we have Gola on the Diablo, Mythic Frog playing the Brightwing, Snowglare on the Gul'dan, Ogle the Great on the Greymane. Thank you very much for the follow, Koza88. So we're going to see the setup as level 1 talents are available. Feast on Fear is the go-to Diablo build, which I have been arguing for over a year and a half. And finally people are playing it despite no buffs coming in at all. People just finally realize that I'm right as we see the High King's quest for Varian. This is long-term victory plan. Bully! Bully hard! We're seeing K-Wolf, by the way, going for the unusual talent these days. Polymorph, that's exactly what we're going to see. Diablo stuns, Brightwing polys, it's an easy kill. K-Wolf going to be forced back. But K-Wolf going for Unfurling Shadows. Not a talent we usually see these days, but on this map, the actual wave clear value of it is really solid. so it makes a lot of sense to see picked up. We see the Echoed Corruption here. Root Beer Guy is overpowered, but he's already able to back away. And we, of course, do see that Hyper Shift coming in for Brightwing, meaning Brightwing will be able to rotate top and help out Tracer at any point, who's right now just making the most of that charge. Gola holding. Interesting enough, Furious Blow. Sonya knows that she will beat Tracer early game, and she needs a different talent. She can't Whirlwind into Tracer because of that Mortal Wound, so she's gone for Burst with that Furious Blow. And is going to get some solid damage out. We're going to just try and bully Tracer. Ogre the Great going to steal a Merc camp while this is happening. And even though he didn't show up on the map, there wasn't a reaction out of 5 Alive. They just tried to keep the pressure on and try and get a little bit of an XP lead. But they've in fact not got any extra XP here. They've held the lane very well. Root Beer Guy puts on the pressure charge. Give out to Hunter, but he did not hit the wall, so no stun going to come out here. They look for Gola. Not enough for the kill here, as Ogre the Grey will easily out-duel K-Wolf. Greymane wins 1v1s pretty well, team. Jason pressured. Jason backs out. Bot lane claimed by 6 on the beach. 5 alive, holding top lane because it's Sonya versus Varian with level 4 not yet available. He wants to get those auto attacks though. He needs those stacks. We do see a little bit of a brawl. Ogre the Great trying to pressure K-Wolf, but he's a little low here. They decide not to dive since K-Wolf and Jason a little low on health. Good charge. Gola sets up the kill, but he has bitten off more than he can chew. He will perish, but he doesn't have 100 souls yet. This was the time to do it. There's Twin Blades from Tracer. This is the one talent that will really let him duel Traxx. I can't resist. Don't blame you, buddy. Once Tracer hits level 7 and gets that second win, this will be when Tracer can actually contest into Sonya. But right now it's looking a little rough. There's the Spite coming in for the Mephisto. Very sensible, and of course Globe Talon's very good here. Snow Glare sustains through. There's the teleport up the top lane. Exactly what we want to see. With Ogle rotating up there as well, they are going to gain control of top lane at the cost of no one on their side, actually, as long as we don't see the overextension from Gola here. But they got what they came for. They get the pressure, and everyone's just going to be able to rotate back down to bot lane. Ogle going to start in the Merc camp. He does need help. Mythic Frog won't actually be give enough healing to do this. Mythic Frog is going to have to take all the aggro in order to have any chance of taking this. Bot lane is going to be retaken by 6 on the beach, despite two people not showing. But that's exactly why we're seeing 5 alive and not wanting to show on the map and pressure. And as such, due to the low vision on the map, not knowing whether they're doing a camp or ready to gank, a little bit of percentage is acquired by 6 on the beach as Jason takes some pressure. Snowglare gets some health. They will hold. They will stay alive. There's that shattered ground. Going to be a little bit of extra wave clear. And with Sylvanas' help, Tracer will be bullied out of lane. No unfurling shadows yet, so Sylvanas is definitely fine to rotate like this. Could go for Lost Souls as well for better wave clear. We'll see which direction they choose to go. Gola was looking for Root Beer. Now, if you get the overpower right as Root Beer returns to its original point, you will catch him, but you really need to get the timing on that right. Ogre the Great takes a lot of damage, goes very deep. Gul'dan is going to be dropped, and they kill off ETC at the same time. It's a 1-for-1 trade as Root Beer Guy drives into the back line, going to try and get Ogre the Great, but returns to his original point. K-Wolf trying to trade the pressure, trying to trade stacks. We'll get a couple stacks out of this. Up to 38 now as level 7 is hit for both teams. There's the Diabolical. There's the Diabolical momentum coming in for Diablo. No surprise there. Sonya picks up a Life Funnel. Reasonable enough. Echo Pedal for ETC. And we are seeing Lost Soul. Maximum Wave Clear. Coming in for the Sylvanas. There's second win. And finally, with second win, Tracer could actually duel Traxx. This is where they can finally actually fight. There's the charge onto Mephisto. Overpower not landing at the right time this time. Root Beer Guy is able to back away and keep it safe. Tracer's looking to heal up before he goes for the brawl. He's going to force Traxx to tap the fountain, which means double channel about to come in for 6 on the beach as Jason looks for his angle. Tracer coming in. Here's where we're going to see the duel, and this is once again where Tracer will win this now. Twin Blades Variant does beat Sonya in this kind of duel. Curse of Exhaustion coming in here for the Gul'dan. You win if you don't get caught out like that, as Tracer takes some damage. You see is popped here, and down goes the Greymane as well here, overextending just a little bit. Ogle is taken out. Here comes the retreat. Gola's trying to get K-Wolf. Doesn't find it, but he does find a very good Hunter. But Snowglare not able to land the first Fell Flame. That's the second. Thank you for the sub, boys, to win us. As they will pick up the second kill, killing off Sylvanas. And thank you for the bits as well. Anyways, I can probably turn alerts on. I'll add alerts after this game because I can probably turn alerts on for this. Double channel coming in once again. 96. Not enough time for Jason to count channel. Which does mean this Mercamp is gonna be acquired here. A little bit of extra pressure to defend this mercenary, this objective. And honestly, yes, Zerg waves are pretty similar in size. Both teams did a really good job here at channeling these Zerg waves. 6 on the beach. They do have to send people down to defend this. Ogre works on it. Traxx is trying to pressure kill off those mercenaries. But Ford is going to get absolutely bodied. Sentinel should be able to finish that. Although, Gola's deep. They're on to ETC though. With just Ghoul down as a damage dealer. Not worth the charge here. Gola is very far up. He is going to perish here. Won't even get the teleport off. Brightwing forced to blink heal away. They had level 10 and went for the teleport first instead of blink heal. Has to blink heal to minions to back out there. The fort lived, but it is paper right now. So we have the Horrify Apocalypse go for the throat, Warbringer, and the blink heal. On the other side, massive shove. Duran's Leap Mosh. That is a wombo. And the Wailing Arrow. The CC chain is pretty scary. There's the APOC diving straight in, but stunned out. Prevents Diablo from getting the immediate overpower. Here comes the Durance of Pain and the Mosh Pit onto the backline. Going to try and focus down the Brightwing here, who's caught in the root. Easy stun. The cleanse came out far too late, but Hunter is getting absolutely destroyed in the backline by Ogle the Great, who just dives in, but Tracer is completely outnumbered here. They go for Jays on Ogle. It's picking up kill after kill in this fight, just grabbing everything. He's going to roll away. Snowglare forced to back out. That's a 3 for 3. And big shout out to Ogle the Great, living up to his name in that fight, keeping his team in this. Mercenaries gonna be picked up, zoned away. Holding their control right now. Traxx cleans that up. He doesn't actually have Warpaint, so he's 100% reliant on Whirlwind and Life Funnel. So he does actually need the help from this. Hunter X will also heal him up. Follow Bruiser on the other side. Thank you, Belzebub, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time whilst you're here. Jay's on. Power side's out. Here comes the Durance. Can they make anything happen with that? Mephisto does the damage. They decide not to go any further. They gain some stacks on Unfurling Shadows, up to 75 right now. Trying to maximize that damage output. Here comes the power side. No Mosh Pit available, but it's easy enough to kill him off. Very nice pickup there by Jason as Ogle just dives in alone. Horrify comes down, but it only hits Nulf. And oh dear, Ogle. Here comes Root Big Guy. Will get interrupted very nearly by some Will Pikachu there. And Ogle the Great will fall here. Gul'dan dies on the other side as K-Wolf Quolf picks up the double kill on his own or her own. Picking up the kills. Nicely done. Sad we missed that. Sonya dies in top lane. Tracer able to pick up the kill. And 5 alive. They are in a situation where they lost Sonya, but they picked up everything else. Tracer desperately trying to protect this fort because even though it's not a double channel, the boss is about to come moving in. And it should be moving into top lane. Boss is actually going to go bot lane. My bad. Boss will go bot lane, but it's about to be a double channel. Go to 5 alive, Tracer. Tracer's in trouble. He has a friendly dash if he can get his way to a minion. He's trying to make it out. He's delaying. There's the one-man mosh. One-man mosh is worth if you get the kill and get value out of it. And with that one-man mosh, they're going to be able to probably guarantee this fort. Silver Arrow, can you chill? There we go. Thank you. Traxx forced off the point. They're in a good position. Level 13 across the board. Unfettered Assault for the Grey Mane as Jason moves in. No Mosh available, but they do have Durance, and they do have Leap onto the 3-man. That's going to be Snowglare zoned away with Traxx following him down. He's going to try and horrify his way out, but he does go down. Ogle is picked off as well, and they even body block Gola to try and hold him in. He's going to get his shadow charge off to try and buy his time, but he has nowhere to go. Picked off with the kill. The healing from his Feast on Fear was not enough. Double channel coming in as Sonya grabs spot and is heading up the top to contest the Varian. That arrow, again, is very confused. and they are able to pick up kills for days. Varian is going to neutralize and then back away. He's lost vision of people. He cannot afford to fight. He's just buying time for his team to respawn, and they will now be up in time for this objective. Can someone get this? There we go, Hunter X. I know they were getting value across the map, but it was tilting me. Not even a bad decision. It was just, I'm just a tilty boy. They clear out the objective. Thank you for the follow. Tag me when mods work for free. Ogle the Great gonna re-grab bot lane. Once again, buying more time. They're doing a good job here. Giant Slammer for Sonya. Really going for the burst down strat here. There is now Mortal Strike on the board though, which is bad news for Sonya. Right wing in trouble. Mythic Frog needs help, needs a teleport. There we go. They let him out. Oh no, the leap! Traxxas picks it up. There is the Wailing Arrow as well. And they pick up the double. Traxxas finds the angle there beautifully. Picks up the double kill. And they're going to be able to channel bot lane. However, Tracer, again, keeping map pressure up. They're forcing 5 Alive to just run around forever. Finally, we're going to see Jason staying down here. And that will finally guarantee them the double cap. As Jason will zone away Tracer and Gola. Meaning we will finally see this objective going over to 5 Alive. Gola cleans up. Not a problem there. Power slide, one-man mosh, no interrupt. Brightwing's teleport again, because she does actually have the interrupt, but it's nowhere near in time. Jason picks up the kill with the help of Sonya. Percentage damage as well for the easy kill onto Diablo. No, not enough souls available. Only on 72 here. Durance comes out. Big damage. And that's another pickup. And 5 Alive are executing this to perfection. They're going to make their way in and look for Core as they pick up one more. Tracer is out. Going to be picked off by K-Wolf. And GG is called. 5 Alive. Going to take game number 2. And they have shown their power. They have shown their value here in this free agent combine. But some seriously good play there. Going with some good engagement. Goes for one last attempt here. Big shout out to Ogle. Tracer with a really solid play there. Trying to hold back the Sonya for quite a while. But in this case, they were unable to emerge victorious. Congratulations to 5 Alive for taking game number 2 and the series. Very impressively done. Very impressively done indeed. So, here are the stats for you all. The Mephisto, solid 61,000 damage at the end there. Traxxas put on a beautiful show with a 71,000 siege damage, just the split push style, making the most of that, what's that level 4 talent called? Of the Shattered Ground here to make up for the split push that they had to do against Varian, who actually had a worse split push here. You can see the siege damage really being shown there, 50,000 to 71. Varian did compete with Sonya very well and had the bullying. They even had Brightwing for the pressure, but it was across the map they were struggling. The second level 10 hit, the hard engage coming out from the side of 5 Alive was a bit too much to deal with the hard engage from that ETC, from that Sonya, from that Mephisto, with the no cleanse from Brightwing, only having that sort of pseudo cleanse and without taking the cooldown reduction on it. They were caught out a couple times. It was a solid idea, but the single target healing from Brightwing wasn't up to the task in this case. Gul'dan Horrify was very valuable, but it was dodged very effectively lots of times by the side of Team 5 because they were able to play around and split very effectively. So, big shoutouts there. Nicely done for 5 Alive. Let's have a look at, once again, our spreadsheet here. So, our next series after this break is going to be Dark Knight, Ender, Jason, Ogle the Great, and Hunter X. And they're as Team 5, and they're going to be playing against Team 6, which will be Golal, we're going to have Mythic, Gogsnam, I think, Ghost Genie, and Silver Jackal. That will be our next game coming in here. We'll be setting that up as quickly as we can. In the meantime, teams, I need team names from you guys. I need puns on the number 5 and puns on the number 6. Drop them in the chat right now so that I have suggestions for team names to update the screen so I can quickly run to the bathroom while the teams set up a lobby. So let's see what we got. Show me what you got. Bring it on, chat. And there's a delay, so I actually do have to wait for you guys to answer. As it happens. Excuse me. In the meantime, if you're enjoying be like some wonderful people. Oh, hang on. While we're in between games, while you guys are doing that, I'm just going to quickly jump back to the in-game screen because I'm going to add the alerts to it. Browser alerts. Boosh. There we go. Alerts added. Easy peas. And back to me. There's already a lobby set up, apparently. So I need new team names. Quickly! Quickly, team! I need the bathroom. 6D! 6D is going to be one. And I need one for 5. And then I'll join the lobby in the meantime. Okay, I think Hunter just put the link to the wrong thing. Okay, we good. Let me look up on my phone to see if Hunter is in the game I'm supposed to be in. So I need a pun on the number 5, everybody. Yeah, Hunter... Oh, he is in this next game. Oh, it's 8 to 9 time slot. Okay. I must just need to find it. Jackson 5. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Jackson 5. Alrighty, so I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom while everyone gets set up. And we'll be ready to jump in very shortly. Although I'll show you the map quickly before I disappear. Who got first pick? So this was this team. Alrighty, so... Oh wait, that's bands. Clear maps. Clear maps! There we go. Alterac picked by team 1. Okay, yep, it was picked by them. And here are the maps for you guys. We're going to be heading to Alterac Pass, chosen by the Jackson 5. And then 6D is on the other side. Alrighty, so I'm going to head to a quick break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back for our second series of the day in just a moment. I'm literally just going to pee, and then we'll be back very shortly. So don't go anywhere. See you all in but a moment.